everyone, I'm Evelyn Tan, an influencer in quality engineering, to bring you another lessons on how to apply quality engineering tools and concepts to be proactive in achieving consistently good quality products. So, let's get started.
In real life, I think most of the engineers spend most of their lives or most of their time in firefighting rather than striving for perfection. Do you want less firefighting in your work? So let's look at proactive leadership in handling problems. Just imagine you're on Friday mood, thinking of going back early and then spend your weekends with your family. And suddenly, Mr. Customer call your boss and your boss stated that you should stay back as customer is having issues. And the best part is most of the issue always happen almost end of the week or Friday afternoon. And so this sounds familiar to you, right? Then you have to stay back the whole weekend or work the whole week or even months just to handle the problem. And under such circumstances, it could be only firefighting. And the cycle will repeat itself because firefighting does not resolve the problem from its root cause. And it could be too many problems to work on, and therefore all the problems are actually addressed on the surface. So after you have sort of handled the problem, and you will have peace for quite some time, but this cycle is going to repeat itself again. So we should say no to such work pattern. So how are we going to do it? So in subsequent slides, I'm going to share with you on proactive leadership on handling a problem to make the situation better. Saying no to such work pattern which I show you in the previous slide really requires a lot of leadership, planning, courage, and also communication. Sometimes we are really overwhelmed with so many issues that we are lost and unable to lead ourselves out of such situations. Therefore, we continue to firefight for the rest of our working life and really hate our work. The situation is aggravated. If you are working for a management that does not have clear understanding on what is going on with no objective on how to minimize or prevent the problems. So we must really treat, one of the trick I have used is that I treat all problem as my enemy. So, and lead my team, ourselves and our team to go to the war to conquer the enemy. In Sun Tzu Art of War, it stated that if you know yourself well, know your enemy even better. 100 battles fought, 100 battles win. This is really my motto when I was working in the corporate world. And it starts also from you gathering the accurate data of understanding the problem or define the problem very well. I have another video on defining problem which I have posted below and also at the end of this video. The firefighting or looking at the problems from the surface happen sometimes it's not because of engineers or managers do not know how to define problem, but rather that they are lack of courage, or it could be a mix of both. You will need to have courage, even though sometimes the end result is not what the organization or the functional team wants. This is especially true when you are in an organization where the design comes from somewhere and the management hope to only finger point to manufacturing or suppliers. Once the problem is well defined, we should have some ideas if the problem is within our capability to solve or there's no immediate solution to address the problem from the root cause. Learn how to acknowledge the problem that cannot be prevented with the current resources is essential for us to manage problem. Or the problems will get bigger if everyone else is thinking of only solving it instead of managing it. I will have a future video on managing problem. So do subscribe to this channel to get the notification, as this is an insights from my many years of experience which you might not get it somewhere else. Once you know the type of problem, then planning is needed to establish a solution to prevent or manage the problem. A problem that is well defined will make planning for action more straightforward, and this will require knowledge gained from learning and also experience or expertise. They will help us to reach for a eureka or aha moment in planning for a solution. So, we must have the foresight even to plan for a solutions that could go beyond the four walls of manufacturing entity, as the solution could also comes from somewhere along the supply chain. Minimizing or preventing problem will not happen by just planning. We need to put the problem into action planned in the right perspective so that we can communicate clearly to the management or the team member. Communication to the management is actually very important, and the most important thing is that to influence the management to get the support and also invest in the resources to make the plan into a reality. We must eliminate the victim's mentality and be proactive in leading ourselves towards a better work life as a first step to be in control. If you are in a leadership position, ensure that you are also part of the solution. It means that you need to define your enemy, which is the problem, very well and understand what is yours and your team's capability to resolve or manage the problem. Finally, I hope that the 4 steps, which is leadership to understand the problem, deep dive for the root cause, planning or manage to manage or solve the problem, and communication to get support from team members and also management will guide you towards a more proactive work life.
Do give me a thumbs up if you like and have benefited from today's video, which is especially prepared for you to hack into the key areas to achieve good results. Please do subscribe to this channel to get notified on the future video, and appreciate if you can leave a comment on what you would like to learn. I would also appreciate if you can share this channel with all your friends. Thank you, and see you in my next lesson. Bye!